You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxshall, in which I chronicle my life and attempts to become a professional writer by, doing some writing daily, hopefully. Hello and welcome to the podcast. Well, it's a bit of a weird day for me today because it's, what date do we say? It's the 30th. And this is the last day of the podcast where I'm not going to be working. So I've really had time to do this every day. Not that it's a massive impact on my time. I think the shortest one is 6 minutes of recording time and the longest one is about 13 or 14. But yeah, so it's been fun doing this daily, but now I've got to try and find a way of doing it whilst I'm working, which means kind of planning in advance the things I'm going to talk about. Now I'm a flight attendant for work, and some days I'm working like I can do really long shifts. If you include the fact that we brief an hour and a half before the flight, I leave home for work 3 hours before that. Flights can last 14 hours and then we're on duty for a good hour after we've landed. They can be long old days. So I have actually recorded a couple of podcasts that I've got saved. And if there's a day where I just don't feel like it because I'm shattered, I can just shove one out. That's not today, and it won't be tomorrow, I wouldn't have thought. What I'm going to very quickly talk to you about today is Twitch TV. Now, I've alluded to it, but I haven't really mentioned it much. So I'm a Twitch streamer, and I've really got back into it in the last week or two, kind of as I've been doing this podcast as well. In fact, I've actually, on a few days, I've recorded this podcast during the Twitch stream. I'm not doing that today because I did the stream earlier today, and I'm recording this podcast in the evening. But I find that there's a lovely community on there of people who occasionally dip in and talk to me whilst I'm writing. So at the moment, you will actually see what I'm writing. I read out the book as I edit it. I'm a little bit concerned about that because if there's a tiny chance of anything I do ever being published, then the fact that it's out there worries me a little. On the other hand, things are never on Twitch for long. They're only on for like a week after I've done them, and then when they disappear for good. That's not entirely true because I do actually retain a copy for myself, but they're not that out there for everybody to see. So I suppose it's not like the works are public domain, but I've really been enjoying it. What I find is that I regularly gain not subscribers, because subscribers and followers mean something different on Twitch. Followers is someone who watches your stream, gets notifications when you're on if they want to, and a subscriber is someone who pays you money. Now, I haven't actually set my Twitch up to earn me any money because, if I'm honest, I have to do like online tax interviews and potentially have to start filing tax returns and stuff just for a couple of quid, so it doesn't seem worth it. So to be honest, I haven't really been pursuing anything monetary through Twitch, but it is lovely that people have subscribed, and certainly I have plenty of followers now as well. So my Twitch stream is easy to find. If you go to twitch.tv and search for, I think it's Richard A. Boxshall. I've got the URL actually saved on my screen here. Let's have a look. Let's just open this screen up. So it's twitch.tv/Richard_A_Boxshall. And if you go there, you can see me live stream. I'm usually either writing or editing. I usually have a little bit of a natter with anybody who sends me messages. So when I'm on Twitch, you can actually interact with me. Well, there's several ways. The way through Twitch is simply to send me a message. I see it on my phone. They also displayed on the screen, so my viewers can look at the comments other people have put up, and I can interact with you verbally based on your text messages. And also, I do have a Discord server. If you look at my live stream, you'll see there's a QR code on the screen most of the time. That's links to all of my social media. But you can also find that same information on the Linktree URL that I give in the closing credits of this podcast. And that one of the things on there is my Discord server. When I'm live on Twitch, I also open a Discord audio channel, so anybody who's a member of my Discord server can actually drop in live and talk to me. So it's quite lovely. I've got a nice little community of people on there that I regularly talk to, and it's interesting. If I talk in the morning, I tend to get the people from sort of the European and Asia direction. If I do it later in the evening, I tend to get my American followers, obviously because of the time differences. So I really enjoy Twitch. It's really got me motivated and writing again. So I urge you to have a look at my Twitch channel. Come swing by. Don't worry about giving me physical donations. I'm not worried about subscribers from that point of view, but followers would be absolutely lovely. Feedback and that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's it. I'm at work tomorrow. I kind of know what I'm going to need to plan a little bit, because if I haven't thought about what I'm going to talk about, I'll end up not doing it. But I know what I want to talk about tomorrow. There were two things I wanted to talk about today, Twitch and this other thing. Please have a look at my Twitch channel, have a look at my other social media, and I'll be back at the same time tomorrow to talk about the other thing I was going to talk about today, which is natural breaks in chapters. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my random ramblings, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my Linktree at linktr.ee/Richard Wright, capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.